What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. I ain't done one of these in a minute, but today I'm gonna just be, speaking my mind a little bit. I want to talk about the power of slowing down, and thinking long term. Really, you know, a lot of times, especially when we're young, we can compare ourselves to others and see, okay, maybe this person is doing that, and that person is doing this, and in turn, we want that for ourselves, but we may want those things that other people have, but we don't know what all they had to go through to get there. We don't know how many hours they put in to get those end results. We don't know how many long nights, tears, or whatever they had to, endure to get to the point they're at. And yeah, I mean, some people get lucky, or just come from, more fortunate situations, and some people, they have to put the work in for it. And that's majority of people. So, being those people, you have to think long term. You have to know that nothing happens overnight. You decide you want a Lambo yours today. You're not gonna do whatever and have a Lambo yours tomorrow. It's steps you have to take. It's different things you have to do in order to get to your Lambo yours. Or say you want to make your first million, you have to make 100,000 first. But before you make 100,000, you got to make 10,000. You got to make 1,000. So you just have to keep building on to those things. And when you think long term, you think stacking on top of each other. That's when things become a lot easier, because it's a lot easier to make 1,000 10 times, 10,000 10 times, 100,000 10 times. Then you had a million versus thinking, oh, I'm just going straight to a million. It's going to be a lot harder. And in that, a lot of the times when you think in this fast, speed up the process, happen overnight type of mindset, you miss out on the small things. You don't realize, like I said. So we're talking about getting to a million, and all you focus on is getting to a million. You miss over the milestone of getting to 1,000, getting to 10,000, 50,000, 100,000, even 500,000. That's 5 milestones that should all be celebrated. Those are not like, but since you were so focused on getting to a million, you missed out, And I mean, yeah, there's joy at the other side, but why not have a little joy and self-congratulations along the way? You know what I'm saying? Even with my trading, like, I know when it came to trying to get my first payout, I completely overlooked the fact that I had passed my first account, you know what I'm saying? Because I was so focused on getting a payout that I passed over the fact that I did something I've been trying to do for a very long time, you know what I'm saying? And that's the things that we don't want to do in life, because at that point, you're going to always be just, I don't even know how to describe it. You're just going to be not satisfied, I guess. And it's okay to want big things. Everybody should want big things. And you should not only want big things, you should believe that you can accomplish those big things. But this all ties back into, to get to those big things, you have to stack small things on top of each other, on and on and on and on. Whether you're a professional athlete or professional car driver, or F1 racer, whatever, professionals don't become professionals overnight. They don't decide, okay, I want to go to the NBA, I want to go to the NFL one day and then make it to the NFL the next day. No, they put in hours and hours and hours of work, countless tries, countless failures. That's another thing. You have to realize that life is almost like a stock. I don't know if y'all ever seen a stock. I'll put the picture right here. It goes up and it comes back a little bit. It goes up some more, it comes back some more. It goes up. And, it's all mental, whether you look at that as a setback or a failure. You know what I'm saying? And anytime something doesn't go your way doesn't mean that you're not capable, or that you can't do what you're trying to do. It just means you need to readjust. You need to learn from, whatever mistake may have been made, you know what I'm saying? But you can do anything in life that you set your mind to. Long as you believe you can do it, there's nothing in this world that can stop you from doing it. If you listen to some of the most, successful people on earth, the first thing they'll tell you most of the times is that they already knew that they were going to be what they are now. So, you ask the best boxers or the richest, people who have businesses, they'll tell you they manifested those things. They believed they could do it before it happened. You know, if you are always waiting on a result to come out of a situation, the result's never going to come. You have to believe that you already have it. You have to believe that you can do it. You know what I'm saying? If you want to go make $1 million, you have to believe that you are a millionaire. You have to believe that you're a future millionaire. You don't just become a millionaire by being like, I want to be a millionaire. No, you have to put in that work, but you also have to believe. You know, one of my favorite scriptures is faith without works is dead. You know, you can want something, but if you're not putting in the work, it ain't gonna happen. So if you're not willing to work for what you want, might as well give it up. You know, and the way I like to go about things is life requires sacrifice. So you have two options. You can sacrifice it on the front end or on the back end, but just know both are gonna hurt. Sacrifice is not easy, but like I said, to get the life you want, you can sacrifice on the front end, or you can sacrifice the life you want on the back end. So, you know, if you're having too much fun in your 20s, spending all your money, not saving any money, not putting any work in towards your goal, you're gonna enjoy your 20s, but then you're gonna sacrifice your 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, however long you may live. You're gonna sacrifice all those years. Or you can sacrifice your 20s. It might not even be your whole 20s. It might be from 20 to 25. You sacrifice from 20 to 25, 26 to 30, living lavish, 30 to 40, 40 to 50, 50 to 60, living lavish, all because you sacrifice on the front end. But you can't get anywhere without sacrifice. But you can go everywhere without it. Remember that. You can't get anywhere without sacrifice, but you can get anywhere without it. I don't know if that makes sense. Hopefully it does. It might go over some of y'all head, or I might just have worded it wrong, but yeah, if you get it, you got it. But yeah, just to wrap it all up, I mean, even if I tie it back into trading terms, you know, because that's something I'm working on is you can have, it's different ways to go about making $1 million, but I'll scale it down for the sake of the video. You want to make 1,000 a day, right? You could take it slow. You could have one account making $100, and then you keep building those one accounts. Like I said, it's easier to make $100 10 times than it is to make $1,000 once. So if I make $100 on 10 accounts per day, that's my $1,000. Or I can risk a lot more, and you know, what's to say that it's gonna always work out in my favor. That I'm gonna make $1,000 every day on one account. You know what I'm saying? Which a lot of people do, but I'm just saying for a long-term thought process, if you want to make $10,000 a day, it's a lot easier to make $1,000 on 10 accounts than it is to make $10,000 on one account. And then when you think about, you know, 100,000 in a month, it's a lot easier to make $25,000 a week, which you break that down, $25,000 a week. Say you got 5 accounts, that's $1,000 a day on each account, times 5 days, times 4 weeks. Well, my math is off there, but y'all still get what I'm trying to say. So we'll just scale it down to 20,000, 5,000 a week. It's $1,000 a day. If you got 5 accounts, that's $200 a day. When you break it down like that, $200 a day does not sound like a lot, but $200 a day, once again, adds up $20,000 a month. But yeah, I think long term in life, it'll get you a lot farther. And when you pair long termness with being grateful in the moment, your life is going to catapult. Your joy, your happiness, your peace is going to catapult. All because of that change in mindset. Maybe nothing has to change in your life, but the way you interpret it. It's 90% what happens. It's 10% what happens, 90% how you react. So you really paint out the image of your life. If you think, oh, why is this happening to me? Oh, I should be doing this, I should be doing that, I'm unlucky. Then that's going to be your life. But if you take the same situation and say, this is making me better, it's only up from here. Your life's going to be 10 times better. And not only are you going to enjoy that moment, but when you get to the finish line, it's going to hit 10 times harder. But peace out. I'm going to catch y'all. That's just me speaking my mind for the day. more of these to come for sure. Like, comment, subscribe. Hope some of that stuff, or I hope all of it made sense. I hope none of it went over y'all head. I know I can go off on a tangent, but yeah.